Okay, you guys. So MB uploaded a 6-minute video. That's how I like them. I hate how long as vlogs. It's like, girl, nobody asked for this. But this one is a short one, so I think I can digest this one quickly. Anyways, let's hop into it.
All right, let's get straight into the questions. How has your BE improved? So I noticed, even though I did outpatient for only a few months, I noticed that like the tools, the knowledge, and the things that I talked about in outpatient during that time started helping me. But genuinely, all the credit goes to the 9 months of therapy I did with a psychologist when I was gonna get weight loss surgery.
Quick question, you guys. Did she actually go through this therapy that she's speaking of, or was it discovered that she was lying? That she never. I think I remember people saying that she never intended to get weight loss surgery, but she was just talking about it for content. And of course, people were asking questions, so she had to ramp up her lies. So, did she actually go through this therapy? And especially if you went through it for 9 months, you would think something would have stuck, right? Right?
I was only supposed to see that psychologist for 3 months, but I kept going because it genuinely was like changing my life, and it still has. Like, that's a
I mean, has it though? Has it though, Amber? Because from the looks of it, to me, it seems like you're working your way back up to 600 pounds. Does she really believe anything that she says, or does she just spew out what she thinks people want to hear? Make it make sense. Guys, I don't think she actually went to therapy. She's just regurgitating what other reactors are saying. Like, honestly, I don't believe her.
psychologist that diagnosed me with BPD. Now I'm aware, and that's like the first thing that you need to do when you're a borderline is you need to have that awareness, because without the awareness, you're like, what's the problem? There's nothing wrong with me. You can have tiny little moments of like, okay, something seems off. What's wrong with me? But I don't really know what. It's the awareness that really helps. All right.
Wait a minute. I specifically remember her saying that she was never diagnosed with BPD. She was self-diagnosing. I specifically remember a video and a couple of reactors reacting to that video, her admitting that she's never seen a specialist about this self-diagnosis that she loves to give herself. Now she's saying that she went. Amber, this is why people call you a liar, honey. This is why people cannot stand you and are frustrated with you, because you just can't stop lying.
All right, let's not talk about that though. That's not what this video is about. That psychologist genuinely like changed my life. Yes, I still overeat. Yes, I still have issues, but the BE, like, I don't do that. I'm not saying I'm perfect by any means. What I am saying is those 9 months drastically helped me. And then since
Wait a minute. So now all of a sudden she stopped overeating? Excuse me, Amber. I specifically remember you saying that your Ozempic wasn't helping you with your BE. You were still overeating on it. And I specifically remember making a video saying that that's because you were not upping your dosage like you were supposed to. I remember that specifically, that you said the dosage that you're on was not working. And generally, from watching other creators that are dealing with the same issues, who are actually honest about the progress, they said that when they got to that point, they had to up their dosage. But you never upped your dosage. What you did was like, yep, I tried it, I give up. You didn't put the work on it. So,
then I have done on and off therapy, and I've done on and off working on myself, whether it be workbooks or just like the daily journaling, like finding.
Hold up, I call host shit, Amber. You have not been working on yourself. All these self-help books, you bought them for content. You didn't take anything out of them for value. You just used them for content. You didn't give an F for those books said. I think some of them probably has some good insights in them. You didn't take that shit to heart. So you're full of poo-poos. And don't be using wash gloves to wipe your hiney either. Amber, stop it.
Coping mechanisms is literally going to change your life if you struggle with BE. Like, it's hard, obviously, but I've improved drastically in that area. Do you ever do the lymph?
Amber, if you did, you would not be a quarter ton, my dear. You would not be working your way to 600 pounds. Amber, stop it. Stop lying to yourself. Stop it. Oh, and you guys, on a side note, so I got the latest lasers, glitter and lasers video. I'll be editing it for tomorrow. And I've been looking for 3 videos for lead head. She hit the videos because those are the videos that got her in the controversy apparently, but she hit those. I'm kind of annoyed for the whole thing, but I'm gonna have to go through other channels, through the reactions to react to those videos. I was highly disappointed.
Lymphatic massages for your illnesses. So by illnesses, I'm pretty sure they mean my lipedema and lymphedema. And I do, but it is hard to do on your own self. So I do the best I can, but it's not something that I do like religiously because like I said, it is very hard to do like by myself.
I mean, I would imagine it'd be hard for you. I mean, Amber, who is gonna do it for you? Like, you have to, well, I guess we don't have Jade there. I guess Emily's no longer in the picture. Allegedly conspiracy, whatever. That's what Amber wants us to believe. So, I don't know, dude. Do the best you can for lymphedema, emphysema, whatever.
And I'm not going to ask anyone to do it for me because that is my job. Why are you not allowed to be on estrogen? So some cancers actually feed off of estrogen, and the cancer that I was diagnosed with and the stage and grade that it was feeding off of estrogen. Does your mom grocery shop with you? Sometimes. I would say 9 times out of 10 she does, but we both have our own cart. She goes her own way, I go my own way. It's like killing 2 birds with 1 stone because she gets what she needs, I get what I need, and then we usually meet each other out at the car when we're done.
Okay, here's the translation. The translation is that yes, she depends on her mom to go grocery shopping. The answer there was yes. Yes. As if she doesn't DoorDash her grocery or Instacart her grocery, whatever the app she uses.
Did you order 5 cookies from Cracker Barrel? So Cookie Gate was happening in my live stream, which I literally just ended my live stream. So that just ended and now we're here. I was so confused because people were saying I had 9 cookies and people were saying I had 12 cookies. I was genuinely lost.
No, you were not, Amber. No, you were not. So basically, her last was it video that I reacted to? She ordered a Cracker Barrel and there was a cookie and everybody was like, no, those, especially if you order for takeout or Uber Eats or whatever, they come in either 5-pack or in a 10-pack. They do not come individually. That's what the whole Cookie Gate is about. But yeah, multiple reaction channels pretty much said the same thing. So I'm more inclined to believe them over Amber, but let's hear her explanation.
But I guess it turns out that people saw somewhere that the only way you can order chocolate chip cookies is if you order 5 or 10 at a time, which before I even found that out, I was trying to explain that the only reason why I had a chocolate chip cookie was because I was trying to get these like beignets. They just looked and sounded so good at the time. But when I went to order it and then the DoorDasher went to go get it, turns out they didn't have those. And I was like, okay. So I messaged back and I was like, do they have chocolate chip cookies? I'll take one of those. And then they just gave me a chocolate chip cookie. So no, I didn't have 5 or 9 or 12 chocolate chip cookies. I just had one. All right, let's get into the goals that I had last week. My goal was literally just to look into GLP-1s, and I have done that. So if you haven't watched any of my last videos from the last week, literally I signed up, I did the questionnaire, I was fixing to get approved for a GLP-1, which has been very easy for me in the past. But this...
But they were easy in the past because you're going through a med spa. You were not going through your primary caregiver. And I think for somebody, again, at your size and your health issues, it's highly dangerous for you to go through a med spa without consulting with your doctor. It's highly dangerous.
Company asked about my gallbladder. I told them I had gallstones over a decade ago and they denied me. And I almost gave up, But instead I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be an advocate for myself. I genuinely believe the possible reoccurrence of a gallstone is less severe than me staying the size. They did not respond to me, so I'm over it. Okay, cool. So that brings me into my goals for this week. My first goal is that I want to talk to my doctor and make an appointment and talk about GLP-1s and see what he thinks. I'm willing to closely monitor my gallbladder if that will make him feel more safe about putting me on a GLP-1.
Again, to me, it sounds like she got denied because she's going through this medical health, whatever you do over the phone, you don't have to go anywhere in person. That's what she was doing. Amber, you need to see your actual primary caregiver in person. Oh my God, it's insane to me that she is doing this to herself. You're willing to just take anything out of nowhere without consulting and seeing your actual primary caregiver. Man, that's some balls. More power to her. But I'm just waiting for her to get to her weight, to tell us about her weight, and then I'm gonna cut the video.
Number 2, I want to just work on my relationship with food, period. Number 3, stop the daily weigh-ins and just weigh myself once a week. All right, so now let's talk about how my week went. So last week I was feeling shitty, I was feeling defeated, I was feeling overwhelmed, I was feeling like I was drowning, I was depressed, I was low. I genuinely was not in a good place.
Can somebody explain it to me how this woman is always so stressed and so anxious when she doesn't do anything or go anywhere, except I guess twice a week to go sit at bingo hall for 6 hours at the pub? But for most, you can tell, but most of her vlogs, she doesn't do shit. How is she stressed? Make it make sense.
And I feel so much better. I feel like I can breathe again. I feel like I have reached the surface of the water and I am no longer drowning. I hate when I reach lows like that because it reflects in all of my life, and I try very hard to put on a smile and to still be positive and happy, and sometimes it's hard. It's a scary feeling, but I feel a lot better and I'm just very happy about that. So I decided in the middle of last week that I will no longer be doing daily weigh-ins because they were messing with my head. I also decided that I will no longer be counting calories. I will strictly be focusing on weighing myself once a week while working on my relationship with food.
Interesting. So basically what she's saying is that she is going to be speed running her way to 600 pounds. That's what I heard from that little spiel. Okay, 600 pounds, here we come.
Instead of treating food like it's the problem, the reality is that I'm the problem. Nothing I do regarding losing weight will ever be successful unless I work on that relationship. Losing weight is extremely important. That is how I'm going to save my life. But the only way I can lose weight is, like I said, working on that relationship with food. So that is going to be my main focus. I'm still going to continue the weigh-ins for you guys every single week. But by working on the relationship, the symptom, which has been the weight gain, that is going to improve, which will then be weight loss. And by working on my relationship with food, I want to use a tool like GLP-1. But on the side, I want to take all the tools that I've ever learned from having a dietitian and outpatient, and taking those tools and realizing that food is fuel. You have to eat to live, not live to eat. I still want to enjoy food. I don't want to think of food as a bad. That is where I know that my relationship with food is not going to be good. So by working on my relationship with food, I need to take the actions into doing so. And as I do them, I will talk to you guys more about it.
But you've been on this roller coaster ride for 11 years now, my dear. 11 freaking years. Go to inpatient. Nothing is gonna work. You need to go to inpatient. I don't know what else to tell you. I've been saying a lot of my videos, you need to go to inpatient.
But as of right now, I want to treat my body better. I want to nourish my body the way that we are supposed to. Anyways, I feel like I could talk about this for 9 million years, so let's move on to the weigh-in. Last week I was 514.2, and this week I was 516.2. In the middle.
Okay, and there it is. Our girly pop says she claims she's 5'16". Dear Jesus freaking Christ. 5'16". Can you imagine? I still don't believe her. I don't believe that's her actual weight. I think she weighs more than that. But yeah, that's what she claims she weighs, and that's that. And she's gonna justify why she is at 5'17", 16, 17, whatever. I don't care, Amber. Amber, we don't care. Just lose the weight. Go to impatience. Anyways, you guys, so for tomorrow's video, I will be posting glitters and lasers and lead head. All right, I will catch you guys in the next video a little later. Bye bye.